Hi guys, it's Laura and today is yet again another Top 5 Wednesday. Today's Top 5 Wednesday is the Top 5 series you're not likely to finish, and this was a tough one for me because I'm normally quite committed to my series and I don't tend to start a new series unless I'm going to marathon them really now. So this was tough for me, but most of the books I've chosen are books I read when I was younger and early teens, but I'm going to mention them because I probably won't ever finish them. The first book series I won't be finishing is in fact the Princess Diaries series by Meg Cabot. Now, I read about 7 of these books. I read them when I was pretty young and it's the only books by Meg Cabot that I read and I did not enjoy. I have generally enjoyed most of the books I've read of hers. A lot of people said Princess Diaries got them into reading, or they got them into reading Meg Cabot books, but I found them to be her worst books. I'm not sure if any of you agree because I know tons of people have read them and really love them. I personally enjoyed the films tons more than I did the books, but I just really didn't enjoy it, and it got to about the 8th book and I found myself going, why am I reading this anymore, and put it down. I'm never going to pick it up again. I may try reading the first one again, but I'm never going to try reading the whole series and finishing it ever again. Speaking of Meg Cabot books, now this one isn't because I didn't like it. I really enjoyed this series, but generally I think I've grown out of the series and I'm a lot older now and I don't think it's going to be relevant. This is the Airhead series. Now I have Airhead and Being Nikki and I've read both of them. There's a third one out. I don't know what it's called. I have a feeling it's Runway or something like that, but I'm not entirely sure, and the reason why I'm not likely to read them is I just feel like I've grown out of them and there's so many other books to read out there, and I feel that it's kind of, if I read the third book a lot younger, I think I would have been fine with it, but I've left it so long now that I don't think the entire series is going to interest me anymore. But I'm going to keep it anyway because I have good memories of reading it. And yes, so this is the second book series I will not be finishing. Now the third book series I'm including in this is generally because I didn't know there was a sequel until a few days ago. And to be honest, I don't plan on ever reading the sequel. I didn't enjoy those books as much as I hoped I would. And that is the Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen series by Diane Sheldon. Now, I'm kind of disappointed with Diane Sheldon in general. Her writing to me, I just have never got on with. I have read Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen and My Perfect Life. I didn't get on with them. I completely adore the Lindsay Lohan film, one of my childhood teenage film favourites, and adored it basically, and was like, oh, there's a book, I'll read the book. The book was pretty much similar to the film, but I didn't very much enjoy it as much as the film. My Perfect Life, didn't really enjoy that really. And in general, Diane Sheldon's book, Baby Makes Two, really disappointed me. So I don't think I'll be picking up any more of her books, and definitely won't be finishing this series. We'll be watching the film over and over again though. Now the fourth book is yet again a book series I've probably grown too old to want to continue with anymore. And I loved this author's first series she wrote and completely adore it and probably will reread it. But this series came out just as I was getting a bit too old for her kind of style of writing. So although it makes me sad not being able to read the new series, I'm not going to finish a series and waste hours reading them when I don't need to. And that is the Tallulah Casey series by Louisa Renison. And now, as you can see up here, I have my Georgia Nicholson series. Completely adore that series. And I think literally these just came out and they were nowhere near as good as the Georgia Nicholson ones. And I just think I've grown too old for this kind of humour. I'm a bit older, I'm 20 now, and I don't find them as funny. So I'm just not really interested in continuing the series, even though I love the designs on these books and they're really catching. I just, no reason to continue them. Now the final book series I probably won't ever finish. It is one that probably half of the people watching this is going to be not as happy about, maybe because I know there's a lot of people who read books that completely adored this series. I had a really hard time finishing these books, and that's really the reason why I won't be continuing with the series. And that series is the Inkheart series. Now, I actually love the idea of Inkheart. I think it's an amazing idea, and the concept of it is amazing and enchanting and a perfect children's story. Except I didn't enjoy it as much as I hoped to. I maybe will read the first one again. I have read Inkheart halfway through Inkspell, I think. I think I gave up with Inkspell in the end. It didn't feel like the length of this book was justified for what was going on in the book. I did enjoy the series somewhat. However, I don't want to continue the series really. If any of you guys think I should retry the series and maybe I might love it even more now I'm a bit older to appreciate it a bit more, let me know. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't an amazing series, and I don't plan on reading it just generally because how huge the books are. So that is the end of my Top 5 Wednesday. Let me know if you think I'm stupid for putting any of these books down and maybe should give them another try, or let me know down below which book series you don't plan on finishing. This is really heavy. So that's the end of today's Top 5 Wednesday. I will see you next week with a new one. And as always, I can't wait to hear your comments.